This is going to be a little how-to video. This is going to be how to do front wheel bearings on a 2003 YZ125. Here are the wheel bearings. This goes pretty much for every single bike. You got, a seal, a bearing, and the same thing on the other side. So basically what you want to do is take this nut off. It's a 22, already did that, and then you're going to want to go ahead and break these loose. They're 10s. See if I can do that on the camera. Get my little buddy, little helper. He's all crazy. So that's broken free. I like to take a little rubber mallet, like a plastic mallet, something like this, and just hit the axle, pull the axle out from the other side. Come on. It's kind of weird. So after you pull the wheel off, you got the spacers, both sides. They're specific, so don't forget how they go in. I got a little stand that I set these on. I'm gonna set that up on a little stand, and then we'll go from there. So we got it on a little stool that I got here. What you're gonna want to do, pry that little seal up. You don't have to do both sides at once. Just do it one by one. From here, I like to go over here, get a nice flathead screwdriver with like a decent tip on it. Grab a nice metal hammer. And then there is a spacer on the inside. What you're going to want to do is kind of push it off to the side and catch the end of the screwdriver on the bearing race on the inside. So basically now what you're going to want to do is just fucking tap and pop them out from the other side. You might have to switch off sides from here, hit it from there, and so on. So after you knock those bearings out, go ahead and you don't really got to inspect them just because you are changing them. Just clean up the surfaces, get a rag, clean them up. After you get your surfaces all cleaned, you're going to want to go ahead and take your new bearing. I like taking a socket that's big enough for like the outer race of the bearing. So, you're going to want to line her up. This one pretty loose, but line her up. You get the socket. See if you can push it by hand a little bit, and just do even taps like that. Basically, get it flush, and we'll start back up when we get to the other side. So we're on the other side now. One thing about you get one side done, cannot forget about your spacer. This thing is disgusting. I'm just gonna leave it as is, just because I don't feel like cleaning it. Shove it down in there, Get your new bearing out. That's kind of a bitch for one hand. Come on. Set you guys down real quick. Get your new bearing out. Set her in. Get the socket you got picked out, and just like before, give her a tap until it sits pretty flush. Don't smash it. Make sure you get the socket that's the correct size. If you guys are having trouble with it, you get it hidden like at an odd angle. Just, you gotta watch out so you don't do that. You can really fuck up the hub or fuck up the bearing, and the bearing's like 20-30 bucks. So we're gonna hit that in, get the seal pushed in, and then put everything back together. Before you throw on the wheel, I like to get some grease and just kind of pump it behind the seal. Just kind of, you know, acts as a barrier for like water and nasty dirt and shit. Get both sides. You're gonna want to go ahead and clean the axle and grease that up, so you know in the future you don't have a hell of a time taking it back apart. Right there. Remember where your spacers went on the YZ? This like flat one with no flare. One on this side, and then the one with the kind of like the flare. One on the rotor side. So pop those fucking things in, just like that, and put it back on your bike. So we got everything put back together, torqued down. You know, give her a wiggle test. You know, before you go riding, make sure you pump your front brake. If you had a, you know, squeeze the pads together or whatever, squeeze the piston in the caliper. But yeah, that's basically it. This is basically a tutorial on, you know, any bike, honestly. So yeah, that wraps it up. Clean up your shit so you don't hit yourself later. Get yourself a helper. And like the video, guys.